Teddy Riley.
I'm here in the building.
You know, some people have a residency.
okay,
You have a residence.
I have a residence. Yep.
Some people say, I'm going to have a residency in Las Vegas. Teddy just said, let me just move
He comes
there.
and buys the crib. Got
I'm with Damon from Guy, Teddy
God bless.
Riley. It is, first of all, I mean, let's just do a pinky swear you got to come back. Because we can't do what we're going to do,
sweat.
right?
Well, I live right around the corner, so.
Right?
But
You
that's not
can just
supposed to
run
be on
right over there.
And you know I will.
I literally, I'm just like, I told the driver, I said, we went all the way down there just to come all the way back over here.
Right.
We could have just came here first.
And you know, I mean, and for you too, I mean, this is the music I was raised on, born and raised in Detroit, grew up on.
Incredible.
Right, and so I've been with you the whole way. My career started with Guy and in the 80s, and
Right.
and you know, I've watched Teddy, and what's so funny now is going through the journey with Charlie Wilson and Eddie Levert and Marlon McClain. It's, you know, like when you buy a car, how like you never notice a certain car.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so Teddy and I knew each other many, many years ago. And then all of a sudden we're next to each other at a show, and we look at each other like 10 years later, we go, hey, we see each other. So then I'm watching TV and I'm like, is that Teddy playing keyboards with Charlie Wilson? And
Yeah.
it is, and you're on
That is
TV
right.
with him, and and then he moves to Las Vegas,
Yes.
and you know, immediately immerse yourself into the community,
Yes.
and you're out bowling.
We're doing
Well,
everything.
that's what we do.
You know, when you go to a city, you don't try to own it. What you do is you just try to steer it your way. And that's what's been happening. My year and 2 months being here, just so much have happened. You know, getting the key to the city from all the officials and rubbing elbows with some great people here. You know, just to kind of see what we can do here as artists and as giving back. You know, so that's why I'm here. And it's been my plan for a long time. It's so crazy. I lived in Trump Towers for a year.
Wow.
It's January of 2015. And I said, I'm not going to move here. I'm going back to LA. And then I went back to LA, and I had tried to find a house under the price that I wanted. And that would have probably got me, what you call those things?
Your townhouse,
a hut.
a small little hut.
A hut. So I came back here, and a friend of mine said, I got a few houses I want to show you. And I wound up looking at these houses, and I said, I want to move here. You know why? Because I'm paying way under what I wanted to get in LA. I'm paying way under, and I'm in a gated community with a guard. So I said, this is where I want to live. And it's really for my mom, you know, because I travel a lot. So I'm never really home. But, you know, something that she can enjoy, and my son is here as well, you know, so.
How old's your son?
He's 14.
Wow. He must be gorgeous.
He's a big kid. He's
All
taller
his
than
kids
me.
are fly.
Yeah.
He's taller than me. All my kids, they cool kids, man. But 14 years old, taller than me, and he's doing pretty good in school. I put him in school here, his
good.
first year here, you know, with me.
Now, when you did your first show here, you know, out at the amphitheater, wasn't your whole family here? Didn't you have a whole bunch of family members
Yeah,
here?
my daughters and a few of my sons were here.
Yeah.
And my mom.
Seemed like there was a whole like side of the stage that was like
Yeah,
Teddy
they
Riley.
are. Well, you know
Everybody
what?
had to come.
Yeah.
It had to be between my family, the Halls, and everybody had, you know, we had one whole side.
Yeah, that was cool.
But tomorrow is a lot different. I mean, the security is they're known for what they do, and we needed something like this because last year it was a little turmoil, but you know, my family got to see it, and our families got to see the show
it's nice.
and enjoyed it. So hopefully tomorrow, well, I know tomorrow they will get to enjoy the show, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some fun.
Last year, remember Mike Epps was hosting it?
Yes, he was. Yep.
It was crazy. He walked off stage, and Keith Sweat said, "Well, wait a minute, get back here. You're not done yet." And Teddy and I were standing on the side going, "What?" So you created something completely amazing this time.
Well, you know, I just seen in Baller yesterday that we're the second most selling tickets at the Orleans of this
Stop
this
it.
year. Yeah,
That's a great thing.
Really?
yeah.
Well, you know, Teddy, here's how Teddy rolls, right? I mean, you know, when you say, you know, Connie Breeze and Friends, it's Connie and Cheryl and Karen and Sue and Teddy. It's like SWV, Faith
Everybody.
Evans.
Faith. That's
You
gonna
know,
be incredible. And it's
Guy.
Faith,
one
Diana
band.
Jones.
Yeah? Oh, you do. You're the
basically
musical director,
didn't-
right?
I didn't. No, I'm not the music director, but I'm, how you say?
He's the
it?
orchestrator.
I'm the orchestrator to
Yeah,
make
he's the
sure that
orchestrator.
I want to see these legends with bands. So I said, you know what? My band can play everybody's stuff, and we'll do it like that so that people can feel a fair stage of everybody just
Aw.
rocking the stage, you know, because that the way the band is playing that stuff, man, and playing other people's stuff, it's like it's gonna be great to do Teddy Riley and Friends here in Vegas as a residency and around the country, you know, around the world, period, because you're getting some good acts and artists up here that are incredible. And this is not it, you know. We have other artists, you know. Hopefully, we'll do some things with BBD, Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown, and more.
Escape.
You know, Escape. You know, hopefully, we'll be able to do stuff with them, and they'll come under. You know, it's like the Superfest.
Yeah.
So you know, the Teddy Riley Presents, you know, which is owned by us. We're trying to brand others as we brand ourselves.
Now, see, now, do you live here, Demons?
No, I don't. But Teddy is making me.
Working on you, right?
No, he already worked with me. It's all good. So I already told him I'm gonna get a place out here so we can be around each
Got
other
to.
and really do what we do.
Got
But you know what I see? What I see is we've already got Keith, right?
No, not yet.
But you're working on him, right? He said, I know you're
I'm
working
trying,
on him.
you know, but we don't know. He's, you know, still caught up in Atlanta.
Right.
See,
well, we'll get him.
I'm more of a think outside of the box guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's most like my biggest challenge was moving to Virginia. But when I moved to Virginia, I made the very first music video in Virginia, of Virginia. And that's the one thing that I can take with me. It's like I did the first and build the first music scene in Virginia.
Right.
So when you got stuff like that, and I'm able to do that in Atlanta, even though I was still there, but we were in Atlanta before all the producers
Yep.
moved to Atlanta and all the music people.
Teddy,
We were
you
there in
guys
1989.
invented New Jack Swing. Come on.
So yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta understand the fact that, you know, Teddy came a long way, and I think people should understand this. You know, all the producers that are out there doing stuff that people honor, the Rodney Jerkins, the Pharrell Williams, the Timbalands and all that, you know, a lot of those cats were under Teddy's tutelage. You know what I mean? And for those that weren't, they really almost like worship this cat for how he drum programmed, use the MPC and the SB12. You know what I'm saying? Like, Teddy is a phenomenal cat when it comes down to making music sound like it should be sound. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody take that away from him. And I always have conversations about that. I'm like, no, it's one thing. Guy is everything to me. Me, Aaron, and Teddy. What we did, no other group can even come close to us when it comes to that. So I really put that on high regards. We each bring something serious to the table, but Teddy is a mastermind. He's like a mad scientist when it comes down to this production. Everybody that Teddy touches their music or enhances their music, they always go, whoa, how does he do that? How does he make those drums sound like that? How does he make that? So I honor him on that level because he's my brother, he's my family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't let nobody think that they can come like that's like my brother's voice. You know what I mean? You got very few voices that are so profound when it comes to radio. You got Charlie Wilson, you have Aaron Hall, you have Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean? He's a profound sound, and us together as a force, meaning Guy, it's untouchable. We each bring something to this group
That's right.
that people have been trying to find if they can do it to their groups, and they can't because it comes from the soul, and it comes only from all three of us. We're like Transformers.
Yeah.
You put us together, and we form Voltron. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there's no combating us. So, you know, for Teddy, everything he's doing, I think people should really realize he deserves the honor and the accolades. It's been years of him doing this since he was 12 years old. I mean, doing 6 Minutes with Dougie Fresh at a young age as a teenager.
Yes.
I mean, people still can't do that. So, you can call it whatever you want, ego, call it whatever, pride, or whatever. At the end of the day, when you are great and God gives you a gift, then it'll make room for itself. Nobody got to praise you for it. Because when you do something, they're going to say, that's him. Up, that's him. Up, that's Damien. Up, that's guy. Or, I know Teddy did that. So you ain't really got to say nothing about it because God gave the gift from birth from him. You know what I'm saying? And that gift is always going to do right as long as we keep ourselves right with God. That's how I look at it.
That's right. You said it the right way. You know, everything that we're doing right now is basically the plan of God. And, you know, he's put us, you know, on hold for a minute and just said, okay, I'm figuring out the right time to really put y'all in. Now it's time. Let's go. And we all put our heads together, and it all started from, you know, the Soul Train Awards, you know. Well, even a little before that, but the Soul Train Awards officially started this whole thing for us to really think as businessmen and think as artists and, you know, a brand. We basically building this brand and helping other brands get built at the same time because sometimes people get left behind. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that Guy never did, and that's why a lot of groups have followed us, from the Boys to Men to Jodeci and Next and all of these guys. If it wasn't for what we've done to cultivate and start a whole new regime after the Gap Band and after the Manhattan's Temptations, you know, our whole plan was, okay, how could we put in 30, 40 years of, you know, success and still doing what we love to do? You know, so I always say, God have a plan. Okay, I'm gonna make you go over here, and you're gonna go over here, and then y'all all gonna come back together here, and you guys are going to really do unbelievable things, more than you've ever thought you can do. You know, so this tour coming up for us, 40 cities already. That's just God, and that's only because we never stop paying dues.
That's right.
We never stop paying dues. But the due you pay is the future that you make. And we've been paying that for so long. And people always ask, why didn't you get this long time ago? Why didn't Guy do this long time ago? Everything is a time sensitive and a time thing with God. If he say it's your time, it's your time. It's your time to go. It's your time to go. So we have to give him the credit, first of all. And then, you know, they always say, God doesn't help anybody that can't help themselves.
That's right.
So if you make that first step, he's going to make the second. And that's what we've been doing, you know.
You know, I want to say this to you, and I've sort of been the observer along the way of watching this. I want you to know I totally, completely relate to what you're saying. I understand it.
Yeah.
I've watched it, and I understand that there is a time for everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I'm here in 2010, and Charlie Wilson comes and nobody wants to play his record. Nobody. But I'm in an old building with no program director. Beasley hasn't purchased us yet, and there's mold going down the walls. And I go, come in, I'll play your record. Now I'm just one DJ in one city. You understand? But I see. I'm a small person in one town that sees what you're saying about a time and somebody having a time, and about God, because since that time, no matter when I go to a Charlie Wilson show, he goes, Connie Breeze, where you at? I'm just one person. Do you understand?
Relationship.
There's a Wendy Williams, there's an Oprah Winfrey, I'm just one girl in Las Vegas. Without any of that, just my small piece, of what God gave Teddy Riley is a whole, you get to affect a whole industry, and I get to watch it. But I want you to know that I 100% understand what it is that you're saying. And this unit is the only unit that I know right now that says no one will be left behind.
Oh yeah, we can't. You know,
You are, and you're teaching.
we come from a grounded family. You know, all our parents are pastors, missionaries, evangelists, and it was set upon us as a blessing to bless others. So, you know, that's what I've been doing. You know, there's been many projects I've done for like nothing, you know, and I see the blessing now. You know, I see it more than ever because he's seen everything, my falls, my flaws, you know, my success, my go down, my fall, and then come right back up, you know, and that's my story, you know, that have to be told. So it's our time to tell our story, our biopic, you know, our series that's coming up, you know, and maybe, you know, it's always said out there that women sell TV more than men, but we do have a story to tell, and people should know it, especially the young fellas, you know, young men, you know, because we're family men. You know, my children, I know them all. I'm with them all at the same time.
Right.
It looked like
right.
an army.
Right.
I done took 27 people to Disney, family and friends and close friends.
Right.
That's how I am. That's how we are.
Right.
And this is annual for us to do that because we need that break with our family. You know, so this here is nothing but the journey, the dash that God is putting for us. You know, and I'm just riding the waves and being the messenger and being the one to bless others.
Well, in these times, it's wonderful to see. You know, we are in the times right now where we're going to choose separation.
Yeah.
Or we're going to choose, and you have no essence of resentment whatsoever, and you've had a lot of story and a lot of road that you've traveled, my friend.
Oh yeah, yes indeed. But you know what?
Is it your testimony?
Yeah. The blessing is we made it here. We're waking up every morning. If you get that at least, everything after that is gravy, it's icing. So that's where it starts, you know, for all of us, you know. We're just happy to still be in the number in this day and age, you know. To
You
still
both
be
look
doing.
great. You both must be drinking the right water and living well because you look good.
Well, the
Look, to
one
be
thing
able
we
to- I'm
forgot
sorry, go
about,
ahead.
the one thing we forgot about is the numbers.
Yeah.
We're not an age. It's just a number.
Okay, me too, neither then.
No, you don't.
It's on your
you
tree.
can't-
The more you
you can't think
remember the
about that.
number or you think about the number, the older you get.
Yeah, right.
Or if you don't think about it, you know, and just ride your wave. Stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Get with healthy folks because it's going to do nothing but influence you to get healthy. It's all in the mindset of how you control the physics of your body and what you do next. You know what I'm saying? If you think lose, you're going to lose. If you think win, you're going to win. So everything that I post on my Instagram and we post on our Instagram, even if it's other people, you know, message. It's just a message. We're the messengers. And we post stuff from young kids. If you see my Instagram,
Yeah, little
which
man.
is Teddy Riley #1.
Yeah.
You got a little kid. I got a few kids, but this little kid, maybe about 12 years old, is talking about if you think as a loser, you will be a loser.
Wow.
If you think as a winner, you're gonna win. Even if you think I'm going forward, you're gonna go forward. But at the moment you think you're going backwards, you're gonna backslide. This little kid
Yeah.
saying this, I'm like, we gotta pass this message. It can come from a little one, or it can come from a big one. So, I wanna thank you first of all, you know, and because most of us on our way up and we come down, some people forget. They forget about you and what you've done, and then when you come back up, oh, I knew he would do it. But you always been there for us.
Thank you,
You know,
Teddy.
and we always we always enjoy seeing you at the concert, but you be getting down.
She seemed like
You be
she
getting
hyped.
down.
I don't know what it is. I don't question it anymore. But you know, you are the soundtrack and the soul to my life. You were the hope
up.
when I was hopeless. You were the, you know, the soul when, you know, I didn't have any answers, and so I my heart was with you on the downs, and you know, I was dancing with you on the ups.
Amazing.
And I just, you know, Teddy, you're always the same. You are the same to the guy that goes to get you your car as you are to the guy
yeah.
that you're guesting with on their show.
Always, because that person could be a superstar, and the one thing they're gonna remember is that's the guy that opened the door for me, or that's the guy that gave me a tip and didn't even think twice. You know, and that's just how we are, man. We always gonna be this way, because the moment we change, God notice.
Well, we are going to be looking forward to tomorrow night.
I am looking
Get
forward
ready
to
for
it.
a big
We
show.
are
Have
getting
some
ready for
fun.
Guy. We are ready for Blackstreet. We are ready for Teddy Riley Presents, because when you present, my friend.
Well, you know, we try to give the best, and this lineup is a great lineup. I look forward to people seeing the tour with Jagged Edge and 112. And these guys, this is going to be a great tour as well.
Yeah.
Starts in February. So look forward to it. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. And again, Vegas, I love you all.
Come out, come out, come out.
Come out. And I'll see y'all
Let's
tomorrow.
get it in.
All right, Damon, thank you.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Teddy.